Good morning and welcome to episode 4 of our quilting and community. Today we are in Newfoundland, St. John's, Newfoundland, my second home, which I absolutely love. And it doesn't hurt that there's this great quilt shop there. Speaking of East Coast Quilt Co. And on the couch with me, I have Debbie and Reed, the partners who own this amazing store. Thank you very much for coming out today.
Thank you.
Yeah, so we've had a little bit of technical difficulty this morning. I tried recording this live and it didn't work, even though I had come yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And it worked fine. So we're recording and we're going to post it later. So you just got to go with the flow. So thank you so much for taking time out of your day. Like yesterday, it was ridiculous in here.
The place was on wheels.
It was absolutely, I mean, this is a really big store. Like if I could move the camera, you would look, I mean, it goes for miles that way. It goes around the corner. There's like all these different rooms. Like, did you make all these rooms or were they?
It was a center and it was cubicle down.
Oh, wow.
And as we've been here 6 years, and as we've
grown,
settled into the space, we've taken down walls and adjusted.
Wow. I mean, you
so
go to the back.
7,500 square feet.
Wow. I mean, this store is, it's jaw dropping. It's just so huge. And you go back, there's a lunchroom back there, and then there's a long arm room, and there's a room for machine quilt, fixing machines, and there's all these workshops, and then you go up to the front, and there's just fabric everywhere. It's really quite incredible. So congratulations on having the biggest shop east of Calgary.
So biggest
Independent, yeah.
Correct.
So if you are ever in St. John's, you got to come here. Without a doubt, it's just absolutely amazing. So you guys have been, you said, in business for like 6 years, did you say?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So how did you guys become partners?
So I had my own quilt shop. I had about 1,500 square feet. I was focused on long arming, sewing machines, and fabrics, classes, and needed more space.
Yeah.
And then I moved back to St. John's, and I had about 300 square feet, just fabric, in the downtown core.
Right. A little not too far from here.
And not too far at Posey Row & Co.
Yeah.
Go see Posey Row & Co. when you...
Fabulous.
Yeah,
I
fabulous.
like buying something there every time I come.
Correct. So I was looking for bigger space.
I was looking for bigger space.
Yeah.
We had dinner.
Yeah. Wow.
During dinner, she said, I want to be the quilting destination of Atlantic Canada. And I went, wait a minute, I want to be. and so we partnered.
Yeah. So it's like a marriage made in heaven.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We looked at a lot of locations.
Yeah.
But Reed kept insisting that, we need to be downtown. We need to be downtown.
Yeah.
And boy, was she right.
Yeah. Well, this is a cruise stop. I don't know. It's a tiny little harbor. I don't know how they get in there, but I mean, compared to a lot of the harbors that the cruise ships go into. But I couldn't believe how overwhelmed it was here yesterday. Like with you, there was 2 cruise ships in here.
2 cruise ships.
2 cruise ships, a workshop on the go, 14 attendees in that. So yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
It was pretty crazy.
So St. John's, Newfoundland has become a destination for tourism.
Mm-hmm.
Globally.
Yeah.
So, and then St. John's, of course, is also part of that, right? People will come to St. John's or Newfoundland and think that I'm going to visit the island. Well, you need 3 weeks.
Yeah.
In order to really do it justice.
Yeah.
And get a good feel for it.
Because you need a month on the Avalon,
Yeah.
and you need several days here in the shop.
Yes. No kidding.
Yeah.
Well, my husband and I have been here, I don't know. Okay, just to give you a little perspective, we were here 5 days and decided we wanted to buy a house here. It was that amazing. And I think the thing about Newfoundland, as opposed to the rest of the Canada, kind of a bridge, I think, between Canada and the British Isles. It's very much like Ireland.
Mm-hmm.
The pace of life is very different here.
Yeah.
I mean, if we hit a traffic light on the way to work, geez, I'm gonna be 7 minutes to work.
Yeah.
Whereas the bigger cities struggle with more traffic, higher rents, higher housing prices.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Newfoundland has a lot going for it. It has a wonderful sense of community. Wonderful, wonderful people.
Yeah.
I joke with all the tourists, if you come to Newfoundland and you don't have fun, it's not Newfoundland's fault.
Yeah, no
Right?
kidding. Yeah, it really is quite something. So, as you really have become like the gateway for tourists for quilting in Canada, because anyone who gets off that ship, I mean, this is within walking distance of
Yes,
where the ships park.
Yep.
Yes.
They don't really park, but
I
they.
think they
I've been on a cruise before, so I should know the terminology. But I don't know what it is. Where they dock. That's
That's
where
it.
they
Woo!
dock.
Yeah.
Yeah, they dock down there with all those other big, massive boats. But so they just walk right off and come in here and what do they find? Okay, so what I'm looking at as I look around here is I see a lot of brighters. Like you have, I would say your shop inventory is more towards modern, but not super, super, super modern. Like
It's
Right.
a mix.
It's a mix, yeah.
Well, like we do bring in the newer designers.
Yeah.
And then we're also focused on blenders because people have a lot of stash
Yeah.
fabrics.
for sure.
And in order to make them in order for them to be able to use up their stash,
Yeah.
they're coming in looking for something. So
Yeah.
we have to build our
bridge.
inventory. Exactly.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of bridging fabric, but we also bring in collections that are specific designers.
Yeah.
And I think part of our success is that we're always listening.
Mm.
There's fabric in here I don't particularly like.
Mhm.
You'd hear people asking about it
Yeah.
again and again. So definitely we have a focus, but we're always trying to fill the need. If somebody's looking for something, we're willing to bring it in.
Yeah. And you've got some like you've got Tilda and you've got
Kay Fassett,
Kay Fassett
Anna
and-
Maria
what's
Horner,
that stuff over there?
Alison
the
Glass,
stuff from London.
Liberty of
Liberty,
London.
Liberty of London, including Tanalon.
Wow.
Yeah,
Just-
Lori Holt.
Yeah.
And really important to our shop because of our position downtown. We work with local artist Lori Duty,
Yep.
who hand draws and hand colors prints that are Newfoundland themed, and then we have them printed, and they are available only in our shop, and that is a huge part of our success.
Speaking of which, don't you have some samples of those there?
We do. It's like
So we have it as yardage, of course, but then we also have popular items created by a local seamstress. Like these are the bucket hats.
Mhm.
So this features the puffins. These are Lori Duty puffins, and these are we call them tossed houses on blue.
the Jelly Bean Row.
But yeah, they're jelly bean row houses. But
And
then,
then
this is the
rope print.
this is our number one most popular print, and we cannot keep it in stock. We just got shipped.
Yeah.
And of course, a big draw to the shop is our mascot,
Yes.
Maggie McGee,
Maggie,
a
the-
rescue
the
beagle. We've always had staff dogs are very important to our shop, and Maggie is the fourth
yes.
staff dog since we've
Yes.
been open.
Wow.
And she has been with us 3.5 years, and she has won over a huge community. And she's so famous, most famous beagle in St. John's, that she now has her own chocolate bar.
Which outsells the bar with the shop storefront 2-to-1.
Yeah. Well, it's so
I could say
cute.
3-to-1.
3-to-1 now?
3-to-1. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And you're sitting on a couch that you guys covered. What's the story behind that?
So this was our COVID project. This is a beautiful feather sofa that I brought back from Vancouver when I moved back, and it's really cozy,
Mhm.
but it's very big, and it was too big for my row house, and it's feather filled, and so I couldn't bear to part with it.
Mhm.
And I thought, if I could camouflage it somehow and sneak it into the shop. And so a very talented friend of mine, Marlene Janes of Lily Marlene Designs, and we had no idea what we were doing. COVID, fueled by a bit of white wine and a set of Clover all-purpose needles. And we did the body of the couch in
Mhm.
Tula Pink fabrics.
Mhm.
And then one of our talented team, Rochelle Kavanaugh, she pieced the cushions. And we use it trying to lure Tula Pink here to Newfoundland. We have not yet been
Her
successful.
aunt has been here.
Her aunt was here and came in on a cruise ship and took pictures and showed Tula. We talked to Tula about
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
She hasn't yet committed to come
Oh.
and sit on the couch.
Oh,
So
that would
in
be
the
special.
meantime, the beagle, you'll find her most evenings curled up on
Yes,
the couch.
yeah,
On the
yeah.
Tula
She was
couch.
in here the first time I came.
Yeah.
Now I don't know who it was. Was it whether it was Tula's aunt or her mom? I maybe met.
But we're also delighted to have you here sitting. in
Oh,
our
well,
furniture.
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm delighted to be here. This is
Famous
so
pattern maker herself here.
so beautiful outside right now. It's just yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
We're having a gorgeous September. All
Yes,
3 days of it.
so far.
So I noticed something about your website that is different than a lot of shops. You have such a huge range of classes, and that is so important to bring the community in. When I've been talking to a number of people about doing the show and different shops, a lot of them don't offer classes anymore.
Space.
It's space, and I don't know, just getting teachers or people or whatever who are willing to come in and teach. So, but you have a huge number, and it's not just quilting; it's all sorts of things. So, why don't you talk a little bit about that?
So there's sewing, basic sewing, and that covers such a wide range of people, age groups, and the
Mhm.
rest. We have sewing summer camps for youth,
Yeah.
ages 9 to 13. We have a weaving camp. We have a textile camp. So those are the summer projects. We teach weaving. We teach apparel,
Embroidery.
embroidery. So if people, and lots of EPP, if people come in and say, I'd really
English
like to
paper
learn
pieces.
this,
Yeah.
then if we can find an instructor, or if somebody shows us something they've made,
Yeah.
we're like, oh, would you be able to teach that?
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
And you do machine embroidery and hand embroidery.
Correct.
Yeah. Wow, that's
We have an amazingly talented teaching roster.
yeah.
They're extraordinary.
Quilting is huge in Newfoundland.
Huge.
Like it's everywhere. And it's funny because we went up to Fogo Island, and like they have a lot of quilt shops there, but they're not like, I mean, they may have a few bolts of fabric, but most of it is finished quilts.
Correct.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they're selling to.
I think per capita, we probably have the most quilt stores in the province. But a lot of them are
Home based.
home based.
Yeah.
They'll be out in the shed,
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
basement.
yeah.
right?
Or
But
there's one on Fogo Island in the gas station.
right,
Yeah.
right. So we have, I think at hazard, and somebody from some province has gone, no, we have more. But I think for the
Per-
population
yeah.
on our island,
Yeah.
the last count was well over 60.
And
Wow.
there's the population is tops out at maybe 600,000
Yeah.
for Newfoundland and Labrador.
Wow.
Now the majority of that is on the Avalon.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Which is the main peninsula of Newfoundland. So it's on the east side. And then there's a bunch of, those are fjords, aren't they? Like kind of
bays. we call
bays.
them. Yeah.
Well, I would tell them they were called fjords.
Well, there is a
We
fjord.
have fjords in BC too.
There's a fjord in Grossmorn,
Right. That's probably where I saw it.
but no, the population base is small when you think of the landmass.
Right. Because most of the population of Newfoundland would be on the Avalon.
Yeah, correct.
Closest to all the sources of industry and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Anyway, so what else did I have on here? Because I am just so off track because of the tech thing. It's like, what are we gonna do? We're supposed
Oh, we're
to be
going to
live.
talk about the whale.
Oh yes. Now they have the most amazing whale. And unfortunately I can't. I'm gonna take a picture of it. I'm gonna post it on Instagram and Facebook to go underneath this recording. And it is massive, but you will see that when you see the picture. So tell them about the whale.
So we had been invited to participate in a quilt show, Betaver Quilt Festival,
Mhm.
and the theme that year was ocean.
Mhm.
So she approached us. What was she wanted first?
D-Riggs wanted to borrow our car quilt.
Because we have a quilt that we made that goes on top of an SUV.
Oh,
And so it used to be in front of my store.
Yeah.
I had my own shop.
And occasionally we'll park it out in front of our shop. So she came in and said, can we borrow the car quilt? And we said, well, you need to do your own shtick out there, your
Yeah.
own,
Yeah.
something that's
Unique.
unique to your community. So we all had a great brainstorming session and came up with the idea of quilting a 20-foot whale. And so we did. But what an undertaking. We found a pattern and blew it up on the wall and traced it out on paper. And in the meantime, we had a lovely gentleman on staff here. And we handed him piles of squares and said, just keep sewing together, made huge slabs of fabric, which Debbie then long armed. And then
you had to do that separate. Obviously, you had to do that.
There was a chest panel, and there was a
So he just made a big piece of fabric, and so we quilted that.
Yeah,
and then from that we cut it out.
Right.
We laid it on the floor. We put the paper pattern over it, and then we crawled along on our hands and knees and kept cutting that along and traced it out, and then sat down on the big back tables in the workshop space and sewed her together and sent her out to the Festival of Quilts.
Yes.
Our job was to sew her. They were going to stuff her. And I think they underestimated what it was going to take to stuff her. So when we arrived for the quilt show, she was on the stage in the community center, and she was full of beach ball in the community, a few air mattresses, and they were literally out in front. I'll never forget it. They were out in front of the convention or the community center with green garbage bags, catching bags of air, tying them up and putting them in. So needless to say, Becky Lou did not hit her full potential. So the second year we purchased the peanuts necessary.
Yes,
she's got styrofoam peanuts. We had to do the styrofoam peanuts. We tried paper.
Yeah.
We tried batting.
Some things would be too heavy.
Yeah.
And even the peanuts.
Compostable we couldn't do because of rodents. Because
they eat those.
They would eat them.
Oh,
and so we finally purchased too many bags. That's a story in itself. Too many bags. And the bags were like this big around.
Yeah.
As tall as Debbie. And Debbie must be at least 5 feet. Yeah. Right? This big around. And we purchased multiple bags of these. I did the math. I did it badly. And we said, you have to get us, we'll buy the, you have to get us. So they had to hire a cube van.
Wow.
To take the whale and the bags of peanuts out. We got her out there. We got her stuffed, and you could see like now she looked better.
Yes.
But she still wasn't at her full potential. And so she came back here, and a dear friend, Danny Compton, you might know him. He volunteers with Quilts of Valor. He said she needs a rack. And he built us a rack for her that lifts her off the ground. Yeah. And then Kevin, one of our team members here, spent 3 days inside of her, crawling around every crevice of that whale, pushing peanuts into the corner, and he'd pop out. We do have a video. He'd pop out and say, I think she's full. And we'd grab her on the top and lift her and shake her, and the peanuts would all filter down. And we'd say, get back in, buddy. And he put bag and bag and bag. So she now, she's in her front window. Yep.
Stuck to the gills, literally. But I'm bummed.
Yeah. And she can no longer attend the festival, unfortunately, because this year it was canceled due to the wildfires. Situation up there. But she knew she wasn't going anyway because she won't fit through the door.
Right. So, you have to take it. You have to take those peanuts out.
Yeah, and there's a zipper at the top for doing that.
Yeah.
But you're